It's Mammoth by John Varley, I think is the author's
Oh,
name.
I loved him. What you talking about, Vern?
That's right. Exactly that guy. It involves some time travel, and there's just a whole lot going on with a bunch of rich guys who wanted, like the main rich guy who wanted to who had uncovered this box that what he assumed was a time travel contraption based on the frozen remains of a person who happened to also be wearing a wristwatch. In addition to that, he's been trying to like clone a new mammoth into existence. Just everything. So
Is this just a Jurassic Park knockoff? There were 6 chapters in the middle that was nothing but a series of like reading off the mammoth DNA, just A-T-A-T-G-C-E-T.
That's right.
How much of the book is dedicated to discovering who killed this mammoth?
See, you had me on a roller coaster ride with the description of this book because you had me like time travel. Ooh, rich guys. A mysterious box. Ooh, wristwatches. Nah.
You said wristwatches. I just automatically, for whatever reason my brain did it, assumed it was one of those Casio calculator watches. And so I'm trying to figure out how a mammoth is going to use their big old pachydermish paw to be able to match.
They use the trunk.
I was listening to a scientific podcast this past week that was talking about recreating how dinosaurs actually looked based on their skeletons. All of these representations of dinosaurs that we see are based on artists and scientists looking at the skeletons and then drawing what they think they looked like. And so we end up with these like super muscular, fierce, toothy, clawy kinds of beasts when that may not be what they looked like at all, because that completely ignores body fat, which does not get transferred into the fossil record. If you did the same thing with like a whale and you took just like the skeleton of a whale and you tried to reimagine what it looked like from that, you would end up with this thing that looks like a tadpole, because almost all of that whale is body fat. Or if you looked at a camel in the fossil record, you would have no idea the camel had humps because that's all fat. Or if you looked at an elephant just through the fossil record, there would be no record that it had a trunk, because, you know, if you look at its skull, it's just this flat thing. So dinosaurs may look completely different than we think they do. They may be like, have these knobbly, wiggly bits, just like we do.
Wiggly Bits was my name in high school.
Well, I was just reflecting on that camel dinosaur that we would lose the hump. What you're telling me is that the Fergisaurus has been lost to all time.
You know, on the subject of cloning, to backstep, is that something that either of you like take a moral issue with, or like any kind of like almost like the transporter in Star Trek? Is that considered cloning? Because, you know, it's really not necessarily reassembling, but it's kind of in a form of cloning where like another version of you has been.
You've mentioned Star Trek now, so of course we've entered directly into my wheelhouse.
Oh yeah.
The thing with the Star Trek transporter, it's been called the biggest weapon of mass genocide in all of science fiction, because essentially what this thing does is it takes you and it destroys all of your molecules and puts them back into the molecule like storage facility. And then it takes that map of yourself and it like zips that map. It faxes that map to another place. And then that computer reads the map and it builds a new you out of new molecules. So theoretically, that's not you anymore on the other side. It's something that has your face in your memories. There are some people, they're like the theologians of the Star Trek universe, that theorize that, oh, well, the essence of who you are, your soul, recognizes that that is your new form. And so your soul zips into that new place. So I suppose it kind of depends on your view of where is yourself located.
This introduces the question, you know, you talk about it being perceived as this weapon of mass genocide. Simultaneously, and equally it is this creator of new life, right? And so if we look at it from the carbon offset tax, that idea that you can burn, all sorts of, leave a huge carbon footprint as long as you fill that in with a bunch of doing good or money. And so that's ultimately what they're doing with teleportation.
So on the other side of that thought, there is the energy required to create and use this transporter, the energy that it would take to break down the molecules and all of the bonds in your body. Essentially, you would have to have a power source that is the size and power of the sun in order to make that work. So I can't imagine what kind of carbon offsets you'd have to purchase for that.
I'm assuming that
we're getting super nerdy here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is starting to go over my head.
I guess if you maybe if you rinsed out your recycling before you threw it out, that'd probably cover it.
That's probably it. You never see, this is true, you never see anyone in Star Trek rinsing off their plastics.
Mm-mm.
It is true. I just assume they always put it back in the replicator, which is another technology that would be delightful to have.
Are you saying that Earl Grey tea hot is 100% post-consumer recyclable?
It is, because in Star Trek, the replicators work on the same technology as the transporter. So basically they have this like molecule storage facility, and that's how they create the Earl Grey tea. And so basically it's made out of recycled people.
I was gonna say, it also doesn't it also take care of like any waste that's on the ships that comes from humans? Like that's how they get rid of.
I wasn't gonna go there, Tim, but yes, all of the food is also made of recycled poo. So, but if you,
now, I feel like this has started to go this direction, so I'll just would there be any justification for private facilities for taking care of bodily functions, or could you just basically have a tiny receptacle in your jumpsuit, in your onesie there, that just sort of shifts it into other parts of the ship, or the commissary?
Are you saying like a tiny Bluetooth version of the transporter replicator that just like breaks that down from inside of you and then transports it into the...
You're gonna beam it directly out of your bowels, Tim?
Yeah, it's called a poo tooth, and I think we need to embrace the future.
And now tropical funeral home. Just like a regular funeral home. Only sometimes the customers come back.
I am Pomeroy LaFontaine. This is my funeral home that you'll find in this tropical paradise. All I'll say about that is that the bodies are fresh and the tax shelters are generous.
Hello, I'm Dwaynesford Cryptgibbon. I am also the owner of the funeral home here in town, although Pomeroy may claim it's his. It's a co-ownership.
Me Lurtz was alive. Now, who know?
Pomeroy, come look at this.
What is it, Dwaynesford? What have you dragged me out to this beach for?
I think I've discovered something important. Quick, hand me the tiny broom thing that you keep in your jacket pocket.
You're lucky I'm so prepared. At least one of us is. It's my cadaver broom, so I need that back.
Well, I know I can always count on you. Let's see, let me just dust that off a little bit. My God, it's exquisite.
Yes, it's a bone. We deal with bones all of the time, Dwaynesford.
Yes, I know, but look at the size.
Well, I suppose that is a sight larger, sure.
I'm just going to throw this out there. I think this bone belongs to a giant.
What? On this island? A giant on this tropical paradise? But that's preposterous. That's irrational.
But possible. I mean, we've only been here for like, I don't know, 70 years. The island's been around for like 70,000. So who knows what's been here? Like, this could belong to a giant chicken for all I know. Maybe it will bring some more money, some more revenue into the funeral home. Just imagine like tons of visitors and I can't think of the word for them. It starts with a T.
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Lurtz, here you find bone.
That's correct, Lurtz. On the beach, a very, very large bone.
Lurtz recently lose bone.
Was it this big?
No, that bone very big. Lurtz jealous of that bone.
Yeah, you know what? As a gift, I'll give it to you for your years of service.
Me use it as new leg. Here, you take old leg.
Ugh. All right. Not exactly sure this is going to work for you. You're going to be kind of stilted on one side, but here you go.
Take care of that leg. Me called it Lefty.
I'll put Lefty on ice.
Take it around. Show it good time.
Just because I feel like you'll be very saddened without it, I'm going to hand it back to you.
No,
it's a sentimental value.
Me not want to be freak with 3 legs. You take Lefty out on town. Nice movie. Lefty's favorite movie, My Left Foot. From now on, when Lurtz stomp around island, Lurtz stomp around island with gigantic left leg from dinosaur bone. Speaking of which, Lurtz lost ass sometime last night while partying. Pomeroy, good to see you. Casually stroll past with gigantic leg.
There's something different about you. Did you get a haircut?
That funny. Some of my hair fall out.
That must be it. Listen. I need to talk to you about this side gig that you've taken on at the local film theater. My understanding is they only show movies from 1989.
Yes, 1989, year I die. Want to immortalize self through film.
Fair enough. That would explain the odd film fest they've been running for the past 31 years. They've been showing My Left Foot for about 2 months. Unfortunately, it pushed out my favorite, Batman, with Michael Keaton.
Everyone saw Batman. Next up, Dead Poets Society.
Oh.
You stand on desk and say, "Oh, Lurtz, my Lurtz."
I'm not going to be doing that Lurtz.
Perhaps you enjoy Field of Dreams. If you build Lurtz, Lurtz will come.
Lurtz, I appreciate your side activities, but I do feel that it has been hampering some of your efforts around the funeral home.
You just jealous because you still have 2 skinny chicken legs.
I knew it. Your right leg is a chicken leg, isn't it? It's so much shorter than your other leg.
Yes, that's the leg that weird. Nothing weird with other very dense bone leg.
Well, you can't get one past old Pomeroy. That's why they call me the Sultan of the funeral home industry.
Who call you that?
Well, mostly myself, but I've got to stay positive.
I help you get it started.
Is that leg your new Pomeroy?
It's infinitely better company than you are.
Can I see that leg that you've got there for just 1 minute?
The slowly rotting one?
The slowly rotting one.
Yes, here you go.
Oh, great. And if you could just turn around for just a moment.
Hmm?
That's right. Bend over just a bit there, pal.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on. What about to happen here with Lurt's old leg?
Lurtz, wait a second. You didn't get a haircut. You got... Wainsford, did you give Lurtz our only chance at competing with Dinosaur Island?
Short answer is yes.
Oh, you two fighting. Instead, come with me to film festival. It's sequel day. Back to Future 2, Ghostbuster 2, Star Trek 5, maybe transporter accident.
Oh, man, you had me at transporter accident, which is conveniently the last thing you said.
Buy some popcorn, Pomeroy?
I suppose, but Lurtz is not sitting between us.
No, I sit in back row with old leg. Jason, welcome back to Survivor. You made it another week. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm out of mustard. I don't know what happened to all the mustard in my house, but here we are.
Did you ever in your wildest dreams think you would get this far?
You know, as soon as percentages became part of the popular lexicon, I knew that I would be a 1%er, but I never imagined I'd be a 20%er.
I feel that this is right where I belong. I knew I'd get here eventually. I'm slightly nervous to make it past 5, but confident just a little bit.
I'm not surprised. I knew that this would probably happen because, you know, I'm a champion.
What do you think are your chances of going all the way?
I'd say they're like 20%. I'm
Nice.
hoping to get to at least final 3.
5 of you left. What do you think your chances are of going all the way?
100%.
Oh, fantastic.
100%. Yeah, 1 out of 1.
We might as well just skip these last challenges
I
altogether.
know it's just a waste. It's just a waste of everybody's time, mostly my own. But I mean, I'm willing to, I know this is partially for entertainment purposes. It's not all competition. This is, to please people and just watch the other people suffer. So I can get behind that.
There are only 5 people left in this competition now, and you're one of them. What do you think your chances are of making it all the way?
Well, let's see. There's 5 people. I've always considered myself to be something of a thumb eliminator, and I know that I could point at folks pretty well. If that rings true, well, let's just say that this is not safe for television.
I don't know what that hand gesture was. So today's challenge is a strategy challenge. How do you feel when it comes to strategy?
Well, I majored in risk in college, and it's all about Australia. If you catch my meaning, I'm investing in a few chess-based Kickstarters personally. So strategy, I mean, I'm it's my game.
When you look at that list of contestants and you know that this is a strategy challenge, you feel like you have a leg up.
I think I have 2 legs up, not 3, but 2, definitely.
Which means basically you're exposing your ass to them.
Well, that's let me tell you, that's a dangerous weapon, John. And
you don't have to tell me.
You got to aim in the right place. You're going to get a good shot in.
Today's challenge is a strategy challenge. So you're going to have to try to get inside the heads of all the other competitors to take home victory today.
How am I going to cut their heads open?
We will have pictures of all 5 of you, and you are going to shoot little splats at people. Pew, 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 pew. You've got 12 shots. Whoever gets closest to 20 without going over will be the winner of the challenge. If you have more than 20 splats, you lose outright. You cannot win at all.
Okay.
So it's up to you to figure out, what are other people going to do? Who are they going to assign their splats to? Do you try to make somebody go over? Do you put them on the people you want to win? Do you spread them out evenly? You can do whatever you like with these splats and distribute them however you want, but it's all strategical. When it comes to strategy, do you think you have an advantage over the other people?
Yes, well, I am definitely smarter because I do work in IT, and I work with a lot of numbers, so I definitely think I'm smarter than everybody else.
What kind of numbers do you work with?
1 and 0.
Oh, so when you say you work with numbers, you really only work with 2 numbers.
My first predilection is to take this from a purely random, and practically just throw darts at the wall. Just because, I don't think anyone else in this game is going to be able to figure out a strategy, and they're just going to be throwing poop at the wall, basically. The real good question is there anyone who's coming after me? I think, and that's what I'm afraid of. I'll make enemies. That's kind of my thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if, and frankly, I'm the biggest threat there is.
So what are you thinking as far as strategy goes at this point?
See, I'm tempted to throw it to chance. Just throw it to chance in the sense that if I pile up on one person, that will maybe throw off everybody else's calculations.
My strategy is going to be to not evenly distribute the splats.
So you're going to focus on maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people?
Absolutely. I already have 2 or 3 of them in my head because they've tried some things, and some of them are kiss asses, so they're going to get what's coming to them.
Now, Kevin, he's my boy. So, I mean, I don't think no one is going for him. He's like the softest little Jigglypuff there is. He's the gooey inside to this here challenge. Frankly, I don't think anyone's going to be really gunning for him. So if anybody, I'd probably give a little bit more to him because I don't think anyone else is going to really be laying it on thick towards him. Yeah, they're going to splat the F out of me. Okay. So we'll see, God willing, it's, pray for me. That's all I got to say.
Okay, so you've got 12 splats to assign to somebody's picture. I can see you right now. You're adjusting, you're thinking.
That's right. I've got my list of contestants here. 6 on Eugene.
6 splats to Eugene. Oh, look at them happen.
6 on Kevin. I am hoping to get them close to 20. When I look at the list of competitors, I see them as the 2 that I'm most likely to be able to overtake in future rounds.
Hope you don't get splatted too much, or maybe you get splatted the appropriate amount. I'm not sure what the right thing to wish is. Lauren, are you ready to splat some people?
Absolutely. Been dreaming of this day.
Who's the first person you're going to splat, and how many splats are you going to splat them?
I'm going to give Eugene 3 splats, 1 for each ponytail on his face.
Boo, 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 boo. Okay, great. You've got 9 splats left to assign.
I am going to give Clara 2 splats because she's too cool for school.
All right. You've got 7 splats left.
I'm going to go ahead and give myself a splat, just 1.
Okay, 1 splat to yourself to try to get yourself closer to 20.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to give Jason the other 6. He's really gotten under my skin with his use of calling you handsome at all times to try to do better in challenges. So
that has helped him a lot. You've left Kevin completely alone.
I feel like sweet Kevin just might need to just not get any right now. And it might help him lose. It might help him win. I don't know, but I'm just going to leave him be.
Kevin, where are the first splats going to go?
I am going to give Jason 10.
10 splats to Jason. Okay, you've only got two left. Where are those extra 2 going?
To me.
Okay, and 2 to Kevin. Just a little bit for yourself. Are you hoping to knock Jason over that 20 splat mark?
That is the strategy. That is the strategy.
Okay, great. Well, if that happens, you got him halfway there.
I got him halfway there.
What strategy did you decide to use in this challenge?
I decided to reach deep into the recesses of my brain and use my dark strategies.
Oh, I can't wait.
So my strategy is to play off of what I think Eugene would do. And I think he would give all of his to Lauren because I can't shake the feeling that he is very jealous of babies.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what faculties he does not possess that babies do. I have a feeling it's several. But I think he's putting all his points towards Lauren, or at least a significant amount of them. So I put no points towards Lauren because I do not have an issue with babies or Lauren. Jason did not get any because I don't perceive him as threatening. Not necessarily in a game show fashion. Like, he could beat me, sure, but it's Jason. Like, he wins all sorts of shit around town. I don't care. That's Jason for you. I gave Eugene 11 points.
Okay, 11 splats to Eugene.
Yeah. And then I gave 1 to Kevin because I'm not sure about that dude.
So I think I'm gonna go a sliding scale.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with 4 for Kevin. We're gonna go 3 for Lauren. We're gonna go so that's 7. So I got 5 left. 2 for Jason. And we'll go 3 for Clara too.
And so you're putting none on yourself.
Yeah, because I feel like people are gunning for me.
That's a total of 20. So you win.
Woo! I knew it. I knew they were coming for me. Oh, that feels so good. That's strategery.
You did. You got inside their head and you came out the champion.
So I get immunity for the rest of the show, right?
The rest of this show that people are now watching, yes.
Oh, well, I'm enjoying it. I feel good. I might crack open a couple seltzers tonight. Maybe I might even drain a whole bag of baby carrots. Who knows? I might go crazy a little bit. Let myself a little loose, you know what I mean?
Hello, friend. My name Lurtz. Lurtz have rough year in 1989. Didn't get to see all the films because of circumstances. Make up for that now with 1989 Lurtz Memorial Film Festival. Nothing but 1989 movies round the clock and all over the clock. Perhaps you would want to come sit next to Lurtz and watch Fletch Lives.
Lurtz has never chevied a chase before. They're always first time.
Blockbuster Indiana Jones and Last Crusade.
Lurtz don't know how they're going to top drinking blood out of Monkey Skull, but looking forward to see.
Maybe you a fan of Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure.
You know Lurtz's motto, be excellent to Lurtz.
Who wouldn't want to see Tom Hanks starring in The Burbs?
Lurtz not know what a burb be.
Or the classic of American cinema, Major League.
Will Charlie Sheen capture lightning in bottle again?
Or scientific film of the year, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Lurtz hoping to star in sequel to this movie, Honey, I Turned Kids into Zombie Accidental.
Do you like Weird Al? Who doesn't? Tastes great. He have movie called UHF. Roadhouse.
Not know what this movie about. Me just lost in Patrick Swayze biceps.
How is it possible all these great movies come out in 1 year? Me not know, but me watched them all at Lert's Memorial Film Festival. Tickets surprisingly inexpensive. Bring a zombie for half off. Lert's need friends. See you at Film Festival.
Dread is a horror movie quality that is inescapable once you've allowed it to sink its dirty fucking claws into you.
A bus stop in a busy metropolitan city.
Oh, that gum still has some flavor.